Hey there guys, it's so nice to see you again. So today I thought it would be a good idea, since it is still summer and it seems like there are a lot of people at theme parks right now, that we could talk about some ways to save money when you go to a theme park. Now, most of this is going to be kind of applied to Universal mostly, because that is the park that I go to the most, but it in general is kind of all stuff that most theme parks do. Okay, anyways, let's jump on into it. So, first things first, when buying food at a theme park, you don't always have to pay the super expensive price. So, me and my friends do this all the time when we go to Universal, is instead of ordering the adult version of an entree, we will order something from the kids menu. I always get the mac and cheese from the Leaky Cauldron, and Caitlin usually gets the fish and chips. And honestly, it's still a really good amount of food. It's a full plate of food, and it is about $7 versus like $14. So that's a big price difference for not very much difference in food. Now, there's also the option of just not getting food at a theme park. Most theme parks will allow you to bring in food and drinks with you. So I know that Universal does, Disney does, and I'm not sure about other theme parks, but as far as I'm aware, most of them actually allow you to bring food in. Now, this is a good idea whether you're just bringing in snacks so you're not as hungry throughout the day, or you bring in sandwiches to eat for lunch, or even just something to tide you over until you leave the parks and get food a little bit outside of the parks and just a little bit away from where all of the parks are. Anything that's closer to the parks is going to be more expensive, and I have realized this a decent bit throughout the time that I've been going to theme parks. Anything close to them, it's still not regular price. Yeah, even McDonald's, they jack up their prices because they're close to a theme park, so people are more going to go to those because they're just close and convenient. Now, on the same subject matter, another thing that tends to cost a lot of people money at theme parks is drinks. Now, a lot of theme parks, actually I'm pretty sure all theme parks, have a souvenir cup that you can buy, and it is more expensive originally, but you get way cheaper refills every time you refill it. So if you were going to be drinking a lot throughout the day, that is a very good option to try and cut costs. Now, Universal does two different kinds of refill cups. They have one that is just any souvenir cup basically gets a cheaper price on refills. So like my butterbeer mug, and if you have like a Minion cup or any kind of basically souvenir style cup, gets a cheaper refill price for the most part. But they also have the option that you can get the Coke Freestyle cups. So all around the park they have Coke Freestyle machines, and you buy this one cup, and I believe it's like, I want to say 12 something or 14 something for the cup initially, but the entire day that you are at the park you do not have to pay to fill it up, and you can refill it every, I think, like 10 minutes or something. But it is good for the entire day that you are at the park, and if you are going to drink a lot of soda or juice or anything like that, it is definitely worth the investment to get one of those cups, because like I said, you can fill it up all day and it's just the one price, the one time, and if you decide that you want to use it again when you come back, it is only, I believe, $8 to reset it on the day that you come back. So it's a lot cheaper than just buying drinks outright. Now, another thing that you should look for is any promotions that the park may be doing. So a lot of the times they do certain promotions where you can get your park ticket for cheaper if you buy a certain package, or if you get a promo code from a cup sold from Burger King or anything like that. And especially with special events such as Halloween Horror Nights, Mardi Gras, Halloween, all of these kind of things. A lot of the time the theme parks will do some sort of promotion deal where if you purchase some kind of product somewhere, whether it's a case of soda or a drink from a participating restaurant or something to that effect, you will get some kind of promo code that you can use to purchase a cheaper ticket. And this is especially helpful when it comes to things such as Halloween Horror Nights, which can be very expensive, and you can find the Coke cans that have little Halloween Horror Nights things on them, and it makes it a lot cheaper if you're struggling to pay for that ticket. And when it comes down to promotions, another thing to look into is the annual passes. So I know, especially with Universal, there is, I think it's only once a year, I could be wrong, it's just always when I happen to do my pass, but during the, I want to say it's like March, April time of year, around the time that they do Mardi Gras, they also do a promotion where if you have a Coca-Cola, if you bring in some kind of Coca-Cola product, I believe it is, you get 3 extra months on your annual pass. So instead of getting 12 months, you get 15. So another thing that you should look into is the price of an annual pass. So a lot of the times, if you're looking at a regular ticket price versus the price of an annual pass, depending on how long your trip is and how long you are wanting to stay, and which parks you're going to, how many of the parks you're going to, sometimes it is actually cheaper to get an annual pass. So with Universal, my pass was $298.19, I believe, and I have a pass with no blackout dates. So for the most part, if I use it 3 times in the year, I've already made my money back on my annual pass. Therefore, for me, who goes all the time, it's definitely worth it. Same thing with Disney. So I was very hesitant to get a Disney pass just because it was expensive and I didn't know if I really wanted to spend the money on it, but my 2 friends talked me into it, and I'm actually really glad that I got it, and I've used it a couple different times. I just have the cheapest pass that has blackout dates, and I can only go during the week, but it has been really fun, and I have already made my money back on using it. I think I calculated it out, and because it is a 4-park pass, I use it, I think it was 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, and it was worth my money, and I've definitely used it past that. So sometimes if you are planning to go for multiple days or planning to go multiple times in a year, it is actually cheaper to get the annual pass option, whether it's the cheapo version that has blackout dates or the top of the line, no blackout dates, extra everything. This is a good thing to look into if it is something you feel you could use. And the other bonus with if you do get an annual pass is that you oftentimes get discounts throughout the park. And this can help on food, merchandise, drinks, whatever you plan to buy while you're at the park. This will also help you cut down on some of the costs of spending. Now, these are just a couple tips that I find helpful whenever I'm going around the park, and I hope that these are things that will help you guys as well on your vacations and summer fun. But I just thought that I would try to make a video that's a little bit helpful and also just fun, because theme parks are great, right? But anyways, that's all for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if there's anything that you would like to see me do or talk about. And yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys rock. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.